This video is sponsored by ILA Berlin, Germany's biggest aerospace show, taking place from June 10th through June 14th this year. They have graciously offered all of you working in an aviation-related field 10% off a trade visitor ticket when using the tracking link in the description and the coupon code on screen now at checkout. Lufthansa currently operates a fleet of 31 Airbus A350-900s in 3 different configurations. First, there is the configuration their initial batch of A350s was delivered with, featuring Collins Aerospace parallel diamond seats in business class, the Zim Magic in premium economy, and the Safran Z300 in regular economy. Then there are the swanky new Allegris A350s. We don't have footage of those yet, except for their new economy class seats we encountered on a tour of Recaro's factory a while ago. We do have flights booked in Lufthansa's newest seats this summer though, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel to not miss these upcoming reviews. Those 2 versions are what you'll encounter on the vast majority of Lufthansa's A350s. The biggest difference is the first class on the new Allegris planes. This is a super easy way to figure out if a given flight is scheduled to operate with the old or the new configuration. If first class is offered, you know it's supposed to be the Allegris cabin. But this video is about neither. There is a little-known third type of cabin. Lufthansa took over 4 Airbus A350s used from Philippine Airlines back in 2022, retaining their original cabin. This means Thomson Vantage XL seats in business class, Safran 5810 seats in premium economy, and again Safran Z300 seats in economy. I've previously flown on Philippine Airlines Airbus A350 from Manila to New York, a flight I thoroughly enjoyed, meaning I have high expectation for today's journey. I am glad you have decided to join me on this trip, so without further ado, let's get going. Aviation geeks and frequent flyers, welcome to this new episode of our flight review series Brutally Honest. We have arrived here in Frankfurt from Tokyo last night, as I'm traveling on a ticket that originates in Tokyo and ends in Delhi. How I found myself on such a strange itinerary was covered in that video, which is certainly worth watching by itself too. We just spent the night at the Moxie Hotel here in Kelsterbach near Frankfurt Airport, and are now making our way to the terminal. Thanks to my jet lag, I was up early, and I'll spend the time getting some time-lapse shots at the airport. At the terminal, we're just briefly printing my boarding pass as I'm traveling with cabin luggage only today. And after a quick and easy security check, we're airside already, and I get to enjoy some breakfast at the lounge while my camera is hard at work. If you ever see B-roll clips like these in our videos, rest assured they are always taken by ourselves, as we do not rely on paid filler footage at all. From the intro I adapt for each video to the planes that are each drawn by hand by an artist we commission, check out his Instagram by the way. We want our videos to stand out as something human-crafted, detailed and informative in today's depressing sea of AI-generated garbage. And we're able to put that much effort into them thanks to you coming along our journeys, so many people chipping in with their own hard-earned money, and also the occasional sponsor. Today, that sponsor is none other than the ILA Berlin. Believe me, I was stunned too when I had that offer in my email inbox. To this day, I still vividly remember the stunning display Airbus put on when I first visited the ILA Berlin back in 2016. Germany, being a key country for the aviation supply chain, such as the seats, Recaro factory tour video. Germany is also home to one of the continent's biggest aerospace shows. And this year, all those working in aviation get 10% off a trade visitor ticket when using the tracking link below and the coupon code on screen at checkout. The trade visitor days are the best, with numerous companies and trade visitors there, as well as exclusive exhibits and flight displays from the A380 down to Eurofighters, the 0G plane to drones. There is something for everyone. So if you work in an aviation, space, or defense-related company, you qualify for trade visitor tickets, where you get access to these extra exciting days at ILA and get to learn about the newest innovations in aviation and network with thousands of industry guests from all around the world. When using the link down below and the coupon code, you receive 10% off your trade visitor ticket. And for everyone else, the public days on Saturday and Sunday still have a few tickets left to grab as well, and if you bump into me, feel free to say hello. Massive thank you to ILA Berlin for sponsoring this video and supporting our work, and now, back to the trip. Now, we're ready for the first flight of the day. We're heading down to Munich on Delta Alpha India Sierra Golf, a 2000-built Airbus A321. Being based in Vienna, Austria, I have been in this cabin more times than I can count. While there has always been ample criticism about how much service has declined in the last decade, switching from little snacks and drinks for free to just a piece of chocolate and a little bottle of water, with everything else being available for purchase. Apart from this though, everyone else stayed remarkably consistent. The crews are still amongst the most professional in Europe, the seats are nothing to write home about, but not a literal pain in my ass either, and at a height of 180 centimeters, the legroom is really good, especially for a flight that's less than an hour. It's important to note though that their newer A321neos are a bit tighter than that. On the other hand, most of the neos are fitted with USB ports to charge small electronic devices, which are absent on these older A321ceos. After just 34 minutes in the air, we touch down in Munich, 7 minutes ahead of schedule. Lufthansa's short-haul operation is run with military precision, especially its domestic flights, where the vast majority of passengers have connections to catch. Therefore, any delay could be costly to the airline. This includes us, as we only have 65 minutes between arrival and departure in Munich, and will have to switch terminals and clear passport control during that period. Normally, I would not have booked an itinerary like this, but no other Frankfurt to Munich flight had an award availability, so I had no other choice than to risk it. Let's use this chance to see how long a transit like this takes us in Munich. The Boeing 787-10 next to us is about to head to Chicago. A transfer to that plane would have been too easy. First, we have to walk to the center of Terminal 2. There, we go upstairs first to clear passport control. 5.5 minutes in, and we are done with passport control thanks to the E-gates having had no queue at all. And now, we're going all the way down towards gates J, K, and L. Oh, and the train is about to depart. This will be a dream run to our connecting gate. 7.5 minutes and the train is departing. Here we are, let's head upstairs. Oh, and the gate is the first one next to the transit station. 11 minutes and 16 seconds. From deboarding to passport control, through the E-gates to the train, with the train to the satellite terminal, up the escalator and to our gate, this has to be some kind of record. Perfectly on time, we're beginning with boarding for our flight to Delhi. Both forward doors are connected to jet bridges this morning, speeding things up quite a bit. Our flight will be operated by Delta Alpha India Victor Bravo, a 2018-built Airbus A350-900. As mentioned, this plane was in service with Philippine Airlines until early 2022 and then handed over to Lufthansa. 4 of these ex-Philippine Airlines A350s are part of Lufthansa's fleet, registered Delta Alpha India Victor Alpha through Delta. All 4 are based in Munich and primarily serve routes to Canada and India. As of 2026, you will find them on routes to Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Mumbai. But only for 1 more year, as Lufthansa plans to move them to their subsidiary Discover Airlines in 2027. Discover is, well, how do I describe it? It's not a leisure airline, although it serves many leisure routes. It is a cost-saving vehicle. Lufthansa has been at odds with its crews for years, and their solution is to just outsource more and more flights so that its well-earning mainline crews are replaced by crews with cheaper contracts at its subsidiaries, including Air Dolomiti, Lufthansa City Airlines, and Discover. After recent industrial action, Lufthansa announced an additional 9 A350s will join Discover's fleet starting in 2029. There, they will also get new cabins with the same type of seats their A330s are slated to be reconfigured with starting in 2027, featuring Thomson Vantage XL seats in business class, Zim Privacy PC2 seats in premium economy, the same as in the Allegris cabin on Lufthansa, and Recaro CL3810 seats in regular economy class. From a passenger point of view, the annoyance is mainly just that Discover Airlines isn't part of the Star Alliance, meaning those with non-miles and more frequent flyer status won't get to enjoy their benefits at Discover Airlines, with the exception of those from Air Canada and United. But back to our A350, where we are entering through door 2 and pass 3 rows of premium economy class. Behind that, a regular economy class section in a 333 configuration featuring 262 Safran Z300 seats. Here we are, 34K, a starboard side window seat, our home for the next 7 hours. Each seat comes with a headrest that's adjustable on the sides as well as vertically. Waiting for us already are a pillow with a soft fabric cover as well as a blanket. Being 180 centimeters tall, the legroom is not as good as I remember it from Philippine Airlines. Oh my, they did change the cabin. I was not aware of this. They increased the economy class seat count from 241 to 262, which reduced the generous legroom I experienced aboard Philippine Airlines. It's still totally alright for a 7-hour flight, but the difference was immediately noticeable. Each seat is fitted with a dual seatback pocket, a large tray table, an adjustable entertainment screen with a USB-A and audio port at the bottom, and there is a little coat hook on the side. Universal power ports are not installed on this aircraft. Alright, with that, we are already good to go.
On this Airbus A350 on our Lufthansa Airlines service to Delhi. Flight preparations here in the cockpit are completed. My name is Josef, young captain on this flight. My colleague, Senior First Officer Mr. Eberle, and he's pilot flying today. So now sit back, relax and enjoy your stay on board.
Für Start und Landung schalten Sie Geräte mit Sendefunktion entweder in den Flugmodus oder vollständig aus. Die WLAN- und Bluetooth-Funktion können Sie während des gesamten Aufenthaltes an Bord.
I'll take you aboard a flight one of those 777s of Air China, once again from Munich of all places, in a review soon too, so make sure you are subscribed to not miss that one too. Before departure, earbuds were handed out too. Climbing out of Munich as we're cruising over Austria, the crew began serving lunch. Before the main meal service, bottled water was handed out. I assume they're using up unopened bottles that were catered on a flight departing the United States, because why else is this American water? As a little snack before the main meal service, a pack of pretzels was handed out too, followed by a beverage of choice, where I just went with a cup of water for now. Shortly thereafter, the crew offered a choice between two meals, either a Western or an Indian option. I went with the latter, partly because Indian food retains its quality exceedingly well when being heated on a plane, and partly because I'm curious how Lufthansa does Indian food. The main course consists of, from left to right, a spicy stew with chicken, steamed rice, and dal. And it's not just the main course, the entire meal is Indian, including these pickled mangoes and a cup of raita, a side dish made of yogurt and spices. We also have a bread roll and butter, and some vegetables with lemon to eat with the curry. For dessert, a cup of kheer, which is Indian rice pudding. And to finish everything off, a little bag of mukwas, a variation of seeds used as a palate cleanser and breath freshener after a meal. Giving everything an even more elegant feel is the fact that we're being provided with real metal cutlery. Alongside the meal, another beverage of choice was offered. This time I went with a can of beer. Overall, an excellent meal service that leaves nothing to be desired. The fact that not just an Indian main dish, but an entire Indian meal is offered on flights to India is extraordinary in itself. Yet the quality of each item was also flawless. And even though this is already a meal service that's hard to improve upon, Lufthansa is starting to offer a third option for their main courses in economy class starting this summer. This is part of their FOX program, FOX being an acronym for Future Onboard Experience. Allegris is part of FOX, as are the improved meals across all 4 classes. Today at least, the meal was already top-notch, so kudos to you, Lufthansa. The sun is setting and we're heading further southeast. Lavatories aboard this A350 don't offer any standout features. They come with tissues, little cups for when you brush your teeth, paper towels, and hand soap. Some also include changing tables. These A350s offer personal reading lights in the ceiling above, but no air vents. And the lights can't be adjusted. For now, let's have a look at what the Inflight Entertainment system has to offer. There are 294 movies to watch on demand, as well as 326 titles under the category Best of TV. This includes feel-good classics, most with multiple episodes each. A bunch of games and audio titles such as music and podcasts are offered too, and a dedicated kids section is available as well. Oh, that's goated, but they only have a single episode of Avatar. There's also this relaxation section, and of course, an in-flight mapping application. Having flown on so many long-haul and ultra-long-haul flights over the course of this channel, a 7-hour flight like this one just passes by much more quickly than it used to. It feels like we're just getting started with the long part of the flight, but we're already so close to Delhi that the pre-landing snack is being handed out. We're starting with a hot towel this time, which is much appreciated in economy class. German precision, with almost exactly an hour until landing, a vegetarian wrap is handed out, along with a pack of ketchup. This hot snack with a vegetable curry filling was once again high quality and tasty. Beverages of choice were offered along with it once again. And with that, we're already descending into Delhi. I have criticized Lufthansa a lot in previous reviews, and rightfully so, I believe. But it goes without saying that its onboard product has improved immensely, even more so with their new Allegris cabins finally appearing on more and more flights. From beginning to end, today's journey was without hiccups, flawlessly efficient and punctual from the connecting flight into Munich to the warp speed transit and our on-time arrival in Delhi. The service also leaves little to be desired. While the bottled water and chocolate was of no issue on a 34-minute flight from Frankfurt to Munich, the airline would benefit from reinstating complimentary beverage service on its longer short-haul routes. Air France KLM shows how it's done. But even a healthy middle ground like Finnair, where back in the day only water, tea, coffee, and their signature blueberry juice were of no extra charge, would certainly improve things. Aboard the long-haul flight to Delhi, there really isn't much that's missing. Yes, I would have appreciated a power port and personal air vents, but those are minor complaints overall. The comfy pillow and blanket, initial little snack service, the truly phenomenal Indian meal, executed perfectly with all the fixings, a varied and balanced entertainment system, and a good pre-landing snack too. Lufthansa has been trying to gain market share on the sizable North America to India market, and their product leaves little to be desired in this regard. Good comfort on board, dedicated meals, and fast transits make them a great choice both between the Americas and India as well as Europe and India. With that, welcome to Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport. I hope you have enjoyed this video and were able to gain some new insights with it. As always, thank you so much for watching and coming along, and special thanks to all those of you who continue to support us with your own hard-earned money. It truly means the world to us to be able to continue this channel, even though our upload schedule has been unacceptably choppy over the past few months for very complicated personal reasons. But things are looking up, and I'm excited to bring you along many more journeys over the next few months. And if you are free sometime between June 10th and June 12th, get your Trade Visitor ticket now for the Trade Visitor exclusive days at the link below and save 10% by using the coupon code on screen, and hopefully I'll see you guys at ILA Berlin. Thank you again for watching and coming along, and until next time, safe travels.